Toyota, Lexus, Honda, and Acura earned their reputations. I'm not here to pretend they didn't. But the used market knows it too, and now some of those cars are priced like collector items instead of comfortable transportation. So today, I'm looking at forgotten luxury sedans that may not impress your neighbor, but might impress your wallet. And the first one is almost cheating. The obvious rival is the Lexus ES350, and I get it. The Lexus has the badge, the comfort, the resale value, and the internet reputation. It is one of the easiest luxury sedans to recommend, but that is exactly why it got expensive. Reputation becomes demand. Demand becomes resale. Resale becomes sellers asking Lexus money for cars with very normal mileage. That is why I like the Toyota Avalon Limited from 2014 through 2018. Yes, I know, it says Toyota on the front, but that is the whole point. The Avalon Limited gives you a lot of the Lexus experience without always forcing you to pay the full Lexus tax. In today's market, a clean 2014 Avalon Limited is usually around the low to mid $13,000 range if it is in good private party condition. A clean 2018 Limited can land closer to the mid to high $16,000 range, and really nice ones can push higher. Fuel economy is also reasonable for a big V6 sedan. The Avalon Limited is around 24 miles per gallon combined, with about 21 in the city and 30 on the highway. What does it do better than the obvious choice? Value, space, simplicity, and invisibility. This is the car I would buy if I wanted Lexus comfort but did not care about Lexus validation. The seats are comfortable, the ride is quiet, the 3.5-liter V6 is proven, and the whole car feels like it was built for people who just want peace. What does it do worse? The badge is not special. The interior is nice, but it is not a Lexus cabin. Resale is strong, so it is not a giveaway. And if you want sharp handling or personality, this is not the car. The Avalon is not trying to excite you. It is trying to remove stress from your life. The best version, in my opinion, is a 2016 through 2018 Limited, but I would not ignore an earlier clean one with good records. Who should buy it? Somebody who wants a Lexus ES, but is honest enough to admit they mainly want comfort, reliability, and space. My verdict is simple. The Lexus may still be the safer emotional choice, but the Avalon Limited might be the smarter buy if you care more about the car than the badge. Next is the Volvo S83.2. The overhyped rivals here are the Lexus ES, the Acura TL, and sometimes even a cheap BMW 5 Series. But here is the trap. The Lexus costs more because everybody trusts it, and the BMW is cheap because your mechanic is already smiling. The Volvo S80 sits in the weird middle. People remember Volvo wagons, they remember safety. But a big Volvo luxury sedan, most shoppers forget it exists. That is why the 2013 and 2014 S83.2 are interesting. I am saying those years specifically because the later S80 moved away from the old naturally aspirated inline-six in the US market. If I want the simpler version, I am looking at the 3.2 front-wheel drive car. Current private party values are shockingly low compared with the comfort you get. A 2013 S83.2 can be around the mid $5,000 range in good condition, and a 2014 can often sit somewhere in the mid $6,000 range, depending on mileage and condition. Fuel economy is not amazing, but it is livable. The 3.2 front-wheel drive version is around 23 miles per gallon combined, with about 20 in the city and 29 on the highway. What does it do better? Seats. I will say it again, seats. Volvo knows how to make a long drive feel shorter. The S80 is quiet, mature, safe-feeling, and understated. It has that old money energy, not influencer energy. What does it do worse? Resale is weak. Dealer support is not Toyota level. Some parts can cost more than you expect. And if you buy the cheapest neglected example online, you are not buying a smart alternative. You are buying someone else's maintenance debt. The best version, for me, is a 2014 S83.2 front-wheel drive with records. I would avoid getting cute with a cheap turbo all-wheel drive car if the goal is easy ownership. Who should consider it? Someone who wants comfort more than image. Someone who drives calmly. Someone who understands that condition matters more than badge. My verdict: the Lexus is easier to explain to friends. The Volvo is more interesting to own if you buy the right one. It is not the safest bet on paper, but it may be one of the most forgotten bargains here. Before we keep going, drop your city in the comments. I want to know where you're watching from. And if you like these hidden goldmine files, hit like, subscribe, and join as a member for $14.99 a month to support more research like this. Now let's talk about the Acura TL 3.5 front-wheel drive from 2013 and 2014. The obvious rivals are the Lexus ES350 and the Honda Accord V6. And this is where hype gets sneaky. The Lexus is expensive because it is the default answer. The Accord V6 is expensive because people think it is the responsible answer. But the Acura TL got left in the background, even though it gives you a lot of the same ingredients. I specifically like the front-wheel drive TL with the 3.5-liter V6, not the all-wheel drive one for this list. The all-wheel drive car is cool, but it adds weight, complexity, and fuel cost. I want the easier one. Current values are still reasonable. A 2013 TL sedan is often around $8,000 to $9,000 in good private party condition, and a 2014 can be in a similar range, sometimes a little higher for cleaner examples or special trims. Fuel economy is about 24 miles per gallon combined, with about 20 in the city and 29 on the highway. What does it do better than a Lexus ES? It has more pulse, the steering has more weight, the V6 feels strong, and the car does not feel like it was engineered only to calm you down. It is still comfortable, but it has a little attitude. What does it do worse? It is not as smooth as the Lexus. It is not as simple as a basic Accord. It uses a timing belt, so I want proof that the timing belt and water pump were handled at the right interval. It also wants premium fuel, and that matters if you drive a lot. The best version, for me, is a 2013 or 2014 TL front-wheel drive with the technology package. That gives you the good equipment without making the car unnecessarily complicated. Who should buy it? Someone who thinks the Lexus ES is too soft, but still wants Japanese reliability and a premium feel. My verdict: the Lexus is the more relaxed car. The Accord is the easier car to justify. But the Acura TL front-wheel drive is the better car for somebody who still wants to enjoy the drive without stepping into German car risk. Next is the strangest luxury sedan on this list: the 2011 Mercury Grand Marquis LS. The rival here is not just one car. It is the whole idea of chasing old Lexus sedans, old Avalons, and old Japanese comfort cars because the internet said they last forever. The Grand Marquis is a different kind of luxury. It is not modern luxury, it is couch luxury. Big seat, soft ride, V8, rear-wheel drive, body-on-frame construction, and parts that do not require a secret handshake. Current values are not as dirt cheap as they used to be. A clean 2011 Grand Marquis LS can sit around the $7,000 range in private party value, and very clean low-mileage cars can go higher because people finally realized these things are disappearing. Fuel economy is the weak spot. You are looking at around 20 miles per gallon combined, with about 16 in the city and 24 on the highway. So no, this is not the car for someone who panics at the gas pump. What does it do better? Simplicity, comfort, parts availability, durability. It is one of the last big American sedans that feels like it was built for relaxed highway miles and nothing else. What does it do worse? Almost everything modern. The interior is old, the handling is floaty, the technology is ancient, the safety structure is from another era. And the image is not luxury in the modern sense. Nobody thinks you are a CEO, they think you inherited it from your grandfather. The best version is a clean 2011 LS with no rust, no weird modifications, and no mystery history. I would rather overpay slightly for a clean one than save money on a tired one. Who should buy it? Someone who wants cheap comfort, simple repairs, and old-school American character? Not someone who wants modern features or prestige. My verdict: the Grand Marquis is not the best car here, but it might be the most honest. It does not pretend to be European. It does not pretend to be sporty. It is just a big, comfortable sedan that still makes sense for the right buyer. Finally, the Chrysler 300 with the 3.6-liter V6 from 2014 through 2017. The overhyped rivals are the Lexus GS, the Lexus ES, the Cadillac CTS, and even the Dodge Charger. The Chrysler 300 suffers from badge judgment. People hear Chrysler and immediately assume pain, and I understand why. Chrysler does not have Toyota's reputation. I am not going to pretend it does. But I also think people exaggerate the risk when they are talking about the right version. The version I care about is the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with the 8-speed automatic. That combination gives the car decent power, decent fuel economy, and a much more modern feel than people expect. Current values can be attractive. A 2014 base V6 car can be around the $7,000 range in fair purchase pricing, while nicer trims like the 300C can land closer to the $8,000 to $9,000 range. A 2017 Limited is often around $10,000 to $11,000 in private party value, with higher trims costing more. Fuel economy is strong for a large sedan. The rear-wheel drive V6 version is around 24 miles per gallon combined, with about 19 in the city and 31 on the highway for the earlier 8-speed cars. Later versions are very similar, usually around the low to mid-20s combined, depending on trim and drivetrain. What does it do better? Presence, space, features, road trip comfort. This car looks more expensive than it is, and that matters if you want something with a little style. It feels bigger and more substantial than a lot of used sedans in the same price range. What does it do worse? Resale is weaker, interior materials can age unevenly, electronics can be annoying, and the Pentastar 5.6 has known areas to inspect, including oil filter housing leaks and valve train noise on neglected cars. The best version, in my opinion, is a 2015 through 2017 Limited or 300C with the V6, rear-wheel drive, and strong service history. I would avoid a cheap V8 if the whole goal is easy ownership. Who should buy it? Someone who wants a big sedan with presence, comfort, and value, but does not want to pay Lexus money. My verdict: this is not the safest car on the list, but if the inspection checks out and the price is right, the Chrysler 300 gives you more car per dollar than people want to admit.